If you want to take a deep dive into the psychology of astrology and its impact on the human mind, then stay with me. In my early years, I was obsessed about my being. I could dig deep for hours, even for weeks, trying to understand the reason for my uniqueness, both the good and the bad. I wanted to know why I was a certain way, my strengths, my weaknesses, my quirks, even my doubts and fears. And here's the truth. The only guiding tool that helped me make sense of it all was Vedic astrology. Not because I was a blind believer, but because I was fearful of my future, and at the same time, secretly ambitious. I needed to know why some things in my life never advanced, no matter how hard I tried, while other things just fell into my lap effortlessly. I know you felt that way too, and Vedic astrology gave me a framework, a map to see the patterns. You see, the human mind needs anchoring. Without it, we drift into uncertainty. Some people find it in strong faith, others in philosophy, and others through careful, intelligent tools and foresights. Astrology, especially Vedic astrology, offers something very rare: a mirror of the self and a calendar of your psyche. It's not about superstition, it's about the psychology of knowing yourself so deeply that you can anticipate your own reactions, your own hidden motives, and even your timing in life. I believe that almost all powerful people, those who made decisions not just for themselves but for entire kingdoms, had an astrologer on their team. You see, in the East, every king consulted their personal astrologer before wars, treaties, marriages, or any important decisions. It was open, respected, and part of the governance. But in the West, the kings did it differently. They hid it. They had court jesters. On the surface, the court jester was just a clown, a comedian, entertaining the royal court. But in truth, the jester's unique position allowed him to speak truth no one else dared to say. Wrapped in jokes, irony, and riddles, and there were often coded insights. Sometimes even astrological cues guided the kings. It was astrology disguised, so the monarch could claim credit and acclaim to keep absolute power, while secretly leaning on cosmic counsel. In the East, powerful people don't hide this. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has relied on astrological timings for major ceremonies. Billionaire Mukesh Ambani has consulted astrologers for over 3 decades, even in building his 27-story mansion. And almost every rich aristocrat and billionaires in India have their personal astrologer. It's no secret. But in the West, it's there too, only hidden. Queen Elizabeth I had her astrologer John Dee advising the crown. Johannes Kepler, the father of modern astronomy, did horoscope for royal patrons. And in our lifetime, Nancy Reagan worked closely with astrologer Joanne Quigley to schedule President Reagan's movements after the assassination attempt. These weren't trivial decisions. They were matters of national security and leadership. So here's the psychology of astrology. It gives the mind something priceless, meaning it anchors us not just in fantasy but in rhythm. It helps us see why efforts sometimes fail and why grace sometimes appears. It doesn't take away your free will, but I believe that it kind of sharpens it. The East embraces this openly. The West hides it in the shadows. But whether you admit it or not, The search for guidance, for timing, for self-understanding is universal. And maybe the real courage is not in whether you believe, but whether you're willing to look in the mirror and see yourself clearly through the stars. Namaste.